Welcome back to the day. Today we will learn about the devastating catastrophe that strikes Johnny DiMera's life when Sophia's malicious scheme destroys everything he holds dear. The consequences of this elaborate deception will leave Johnny completely shattered, losing not only his beloved wife Chanel but also his promising academic career and the respect of the entire Salem community. Sophia's calculated digital warfare. Sophia's twisted plan reaches new heights of manipulation as she orchestrates her most diabolical scheme yet against the unsuspecting DiMera family. The vengeful young woman has carefully studied Holly's daily routines, knowing exactly when the college student leaves her phone unattended in the library study rooms. With calculated precision, Sophia seizes the perfect moment to execute her plan, accessing Holly's device during a brief bathroom break when the phone remains unlocked on the table. The devious scheme involves Sophia taking compromising photographs using Holly's camera, deliberately staging scenarios that suggest an intimate relationship between the young student and her professor. She crafts suggestive text messages from Holly's number to Johnny's personal phone, creating a false narrative of romantic pursuit and inappropriate student advances. These fabricated communications include late-night messages expressing desire, requests for private meetings, and declarations of love that never originated from Holly herself. The professor's downfall begins. Johnny's world begins crumbling the moment these manufactured messages surface at Salem University. The adjunct film professor, who had just begun rebuilding his life after the traumatic trial and shooting accusations, finds himself at the center of an academic scandal that spreads like wildfire through the campus. University administrators immediately launch an investigation into the alleged inappropriate relationship between Professor DiMera and his student Holly Jonas. The fabricated evidence appears overwhelmingly convincing to university officials who have zero tolerance for faculty-student relationships. Emergency meetings are called as the administration reviews the doctored text exchanges and misleading photographs that Sophia has strategically leaked to key personnel. Johnny's protests of innocence fall on deaf ears as the manufactured evidence seems to corroborate a pattern of unprofessional conduct. Chanel's heartbreak and betrayal. The revelation of the alleged affair strikes Chanel like a devastating thunderbolt, shattering her faith in the man she believed was her soulmate. Having already endured the trauma of losing their unborn child and supporting Johnny through his legal troubles, Chanel feels completely betrayed by what appears to be her husband's infidelity with a young college student. The evidence seems irrefutable as she scrolls through the fabricated messages on Johnny's phone, each fake declaration of love cutting deeper into her wounded heart. Chanel's devastation transforms into righteous fury as she confronts Johnny in their shared apartment, demanding explanations for the damning communications. The loving wife who once stood by him during his darkest hours now views every late night at the university and every mention of his students through a lens of suspicion and hurt. Their dreams of adopting baby Tesoro evaporate as Chanel realizes she cannot trust the man she planned to build a family with. Career destruction and public humiliation. Salem University's swift disciplinary action results in Johnny's immediate suspension pending a full investigation into the misconduct allegations. The promising academic career that represented his fresh start and passion for filmmaking crumbles within days of the scandal breaking. Department colleagues who once welcomed him warmly now avoid eye contact in hallways, whispering behind closed doors about the inappropriate relationship. The local Salem newspaper picks up the sensational story of the DiMera family's latest scandal, with headlines screaming about the disgraced professor and his alleged student affair. Johnny's reputation throughout Salem becomes irreparably tarnished as community members who once respected the young DiMera heir now view him as a predatory educator who abused his position of trust. Former friends and family members distance themselves from the scandal, leaving Johnny increasingly isolated in his hour of greatest need. Social ostracization and family rejection. The DiMera family patriarch, EJ, faces his own humiliation as his son's alleged misconduct reflects poorly on the family name he has worked to restore. The scandal becomes fodder for Salem's gossip mill, with every social gathering buzzing about Professor DiMera's inappropriate relationship with his young student. Johnny finds himself unwelcome at family events and social functions as the community collectively shuns him for his perceived betrayal of academic ethics. Even longtime friends begin questioning their associations with Johnny, unwilling to risk their own reputations by defending someone caught in such a compromising position. The isolation becomes suffocating as Johnny watches his support network evaporate, leaving him alone to face the mounting consequences of Sophia's masterful deception. His professional references become worthless, his academic credentials meaningless, and his future prospects in education completely destroyed. The adoption dreams shattered. The couple's carefully laid plans to welcome baby Tesoro into their home collapse entirely as the scandal makes them unsuitable candidates for adoption. Social Services immediately suspends their application upon learning of the misconduct allegations, citing concerns about the stability and moral character of the prospective parents. Chanel's heartbreak compounds as she realizes that Sophia's scheme has not only destroyed her marriage but also eliminated their chance of becoming parents. The adoption agency's rejection letter becomes another devastating blow in Johnny's cascade of losses, representing the final nail in the coffin of his domestic happiness. The nursery they had lovingly prepared for Tesoro stands as a painful reminder of the family they will never have, thanks to one person's calculated malice. Johnny's dreams of redemption through fatherhood and building a stable family unit with Chanel dissolve completely under the weight of manufactured scandal. The complete destruction of Johnny's life. As the scandal continues to spread throughout Salem, Johnny faces the complete annihilation of everything meaningful in his existence. His marriage to Chanel, once a source of strength and renewal, lies in ruins due to Sophia's sophisticated manipulation. His academic career, representing hope for a legitimate future beyond the DiMera family drama, has been permanently destroyed by fabricated evidence. The social standing he had worked to rebuild after previous scandals crumbles under the weight of public condemnation and moral outrage. Johnny's transformation from respected professor and loving husband to social pariah happens with stunning swiftness, demonstrating the devastating power of carefully orchestrated deception. The young man who once dreamed of building a legitimate career in education and a stable family life now faces a future defined by isolation, professional ruin, and personal devastation. Sophia's revenge has achieved its ultimate goal, the complete and utter destruction of Johnny DiMera's life, leaving him with nothing but the bitter knowledge that one person's malice can obliterate years of honest effort and genuine love. Next, we will dive deep into the newest spoilers, and let me assure you, Salem is about to be shaken to its very core. A massive power outage will sweep across town, cutting the lights, silencing the buzz of everyday life, and throwing nearly every family into chaos. And if you've been following the history of Salem, you know that when the lights go out, that's when secrets come alive. A darkness falls over Salem. The drama begins when the power suddenly fails across Salem. One moment, the city is humming with its usual energy, and the next, darkness swallows everything. Street lamps flicker and die, phones lose signal, and people find themselves cut off from each other at the worst possible time. This isn't just a simple technical issue, it's a plot device that pushes characters into intense and emotional situations. And what happens in the dark will change relationships forever. Belle and EJ trapped together. Among the most dramatic victims of this blackout are Belle Brady and EJ DiMera. The two find themselves stuck in an elevator, suspended somewhere between floors. With the metal doors sealed and no way to escape, they are forced into a situation neither of them could avoid, confronting their tension head-on. For months now, Belle and EJ have danced around their unresolved feelings and deep frustrations. The confined space of the elevator strips away all the distractions of the outside world. It's just them, face to face, with nothing but silence and old resentments pressing down. Will the enforced intimacy finally break through the barriers between them? Or will their argument explode into something that could push them further apart? Viewers can expect sparks, whether of passion or fury, to fly in that tiny, powerless cage. Marlena's collapse and a dream like no other. Meanwhile, Marlena Evans faces a far more terrifying consequence of the blackout. Without warning, Marlena collapses, unconscious, leaving everyone who loves her in shock and fear. Marlena has survived countless ordeals over the years, from possession to near-death experiences, but this moment will bring a chilling silence. And yet, in true Days of Our Lives fashion, her unconscious state will carry her into one of the most extraordinary dream sequences ever seen. Spoilers suggest it will be a wild, dramatic fantasy where Marlena embodies the Queen of the Night. Imagine the beloved doctor dressed in regal splendor, commanding attention in a surreal landscape that mixes beauty, danger, and symbolism. Her dream may hold hidden messages about her life, her future, and even the people around her. Fans should prepare for something both visually stunning and emotionally moving. Xander and Sarah give in to the darkness. Elsewhere in Salem, the darkness brings an entirely different outcome. Xander Cook and Sarah Horton, a couple with a long and turbulent history, will find themselves swept away by passion. In the stillness of the blackout, emotions rise to the surface, and the two surrender to a kiss. But is this just a fleeting moment, or the start of something more powerful? Viewers who remember the heartbreak of their breakup know just how fragile this reunion could be. Xander's lies about Phillips' supposed attack destroyed the trust they once shared. Yet the kiss they share during the blackout suggests a spark remains. Could this be the first step toward reconciliation? Will they allow the heat of the moment to turn into lovemaking, or will they stop short, unsure of what the future holds? Either way, one thing is clear: Xander and Sarah are not finished with each other. Chanel and Felicity in trouble. While romance brews in one corner of Salem, danger lurks in another. Chanel Dupree de Mera and her companion, Felicity Green, will find themselves trapped during the blackout, vulnerable and afraid. With no way out and uncertainty in the air, tension runs high. Until Alex Kyriakis steps in. Alex, always the charming and somewhat reckless hero, will somehow come to their rescue. Whether he pries open a door, finds them lost in the dark, or simply offers reassurance in a frightening moment, his presence will provide relief. But Salem being Salem, even rescues often come with consequences. Could this act of bravery complicate Alex's relationships further, especially with Stephanie and the others caught in his orbit? Sophia's disturbing scheme. The blackout also provides the perfect cover for more sinister acts. Sophia Choi, ever the schemer, uses the darkness to her advantage. Spoilers say she sneaks close to Holly Jonas and takes shocking photos of her while she's sleeping. The act itself is unsettling, but Sophia's plan is even worse. She intends to twist these innocent images into fake evidence, spinning a tale of an affair between Johnny de Mera and his student. This scheme threatens to ruin reputations, destroy relationships, and once again entangle the de Meras in scandal. Viewers will no doubt be left horrified by Sophia's manipulation, yet captivated by the drama it will unleash. Stephanie's creepy encounter. Finally, we turn to Stephanie Johnson, who will find herself in a chilling situation of her own during the blackout. She begins conducting mysterious Q&A sessions, perhaps tied to her alter ego work under the name Anastasia Sands. While she attempts to stay focused, the power outage makes everything feel more unsettling. It doesn't take long for Stephanie to notice something strange: she may not be alone. A shadow in the town square, footsteps that echo too closely behind her, and the feeling of eyes watching her in the dark will send chills down her spine. Is it just her imagination playing tricks in the darkness, or is someone truly stalking her? Salem's past teaches us that danger often hides in plain sight, and Stephanie may soon realize her fears are very real. What lies ahead? This power outage will not just be a temporary inconvenience, it will be a turning point. Friendships will be tested, love may be rekindled, and dangerous schemes will come to light. For Belle and EJ, the elevator may force a long overdue confrontation. For Marlena, her collapse could reveal deeper truths. For Xander and Sarah, passion could reignite the flame of their once powerful romance. And for others, like Chanel, Sophia, and Stephanie, the darkness could expose secrets they never expected.